Hi, I'm Charlotte Tilbury and I'm going to show you how to get the vintage vamp look, inspired by the opulence and the decadence of the 1920s. This is a look for girls that are inspired by icons of the past such as Lauren Bacall or vamps of the future such as Rihanna. I'm going to show you two very different ways to wear this, a more heavenly look for the daytime, which you could wear to work, or a more dramatic, mesmeric look for the evening. I'm going to start off my vintage vamp look with my Miracle Working Moisturiser, the Magic Cream. And this is a bit of a celebrity backstage secret. This will really, turn your skin around from the sort of any dull complexion, instead give you that sort of fabulous glowing movie star skin. And when you're applying the Magic Cream, really sort of upwards and outwards across your face like angel wings, underneath your cheekbones and across the jawline. And it'll really help sculpt your face and give it a little bit of lymphatic drainage. I'm going to prep the lips by using a little bit of my Lip Love lip scrub, and it just sloughs off all the dead skin and really moisturises them. Next, as part of my lip system, I'm going to use Lip Magic, which is part of Rejuvenating Propolis Lip Balm. Next, I'm going to apply Wonder Glow. It's got this amazing new technology called Fluorescent Core, and Fluorescent Core steals sunlight and then re-emits it through the skin and soft focuses any lines and pores, while it also has hyaluronic acid and bionic peptides to sort of plump and hydrate, and this beautiful golden pearl that just gives you this really glowy sort of holiday skin. Next, I'm going to apply my Light Wonder foundation, and it's a youth boosting foundation, and it's super, super light, and it really gives you wonderful coverage at the same time as feeling very light on the skin. Now that I've finished using my number 10 foundation, I'm going to use my number 7 Retoucher. And the reason I'm taking a paler shade is because I want to add a dimension and I want to lift and brighten the complexion. This is a classic Hollywood trick, and I'm going to use it underneath the eyes, down the center of the nose, around the mouth and on the chin. And what this will do is it will brighten the complexion and add dimension, and it will give it an instant lift. I use it on pale skin tones too, but it is much more effective and more fabulous on darker skin tones. Next, I'm going to use my Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, and it's really fantastic, this powder, because it's micro finely milled. On darker skins you can really pack on the powder because they have naturally more oily skins, and it just is so beautiful how it looks. And I put lots of that down the centre of the face and sort of kept the outer bit of the face more glowy. I'm now going to use my brow lift, the 3-way shape, lift and shade tool. I'm going to brush up the brows to reveal the shape, and then I'm going to use the flat pointed end of the pencil, which is fabulous because it sort of mimics the way the hairs naturally grow. And the colours are really beautiful, so they don't look too red or orange, they're just perfect amount of grey and chocolate and brown all in them. So it looks like you're not wearing any eyebrow pencil, which just gives you a really fantastic brow. Now, using my Vintage Vamp Luxury Eyeshadow Palette, I'm going to take the prime shade and I'm going to do a wash all the way across the eyelid, very lightly, as on darker skins it's sort of really beautiful to use that prime shade right in the corner of the eyes to make them sort of pop. Taking my eye blender brush and do a wash across the eyelids, and then I'm going to take my smudger brush and dipping it into the same prime shade. I'm going to do a dot in the corner of the eyes and go round in a sort of U motion. Now I'm going to take my eye blender brush and dipping it into the enhanced shade. I'm going to nestle that into the socket and then going backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper, and then going into the outer corner, the V of the eye down to the lash line, and then repeat the same on the other eye. Then I'm going to take my eye smudger brush and dipping it into the smoke shade. I'm going to trace along the lash line and again backwards and forwards, and then into an outer V, the corner of the eye, and then into the socket. When you take your eye blender brush and dipping it into the smoke shade, just do a little wash over the eyelid. And taking the eye smudger brush and dipping it into the smoke shade, lightly trace underneath the eye, backwards and forwards, and then repeat the same on the other eye. I'm now going to use my Rock and Coal eyeliner in Barbarella Brown, starting at the inner corner of the eye, tracing right the way along the lash line, nestling right in, leaving no gap between the lashes. Then taking it all the way along, getting a little bit thicker, the outer corner, and then lifting up and out. Just give the eye a little bit of a kick. Next, I'm using my Full Fat Lashes Mascara, which lifts, curls, separates, adds volume, length, and drama all in one. And I'm popping that on right at the base root of the lash to maximise the length, and that gives you a really lovely flutter of lashes. And now I'm going to take the tapered edge of the brush and holding it vertically so that it coats each individual bottom lash. I'm now going to take my Film Style Bronze and Glow and taking my powder and sculpt brush and dipping it into the sculpt shade, suck in the cheeks and follow the hollow. And it will literally sculpt out the cheeks for you and give this fabulous killer cheekbones. It's a really flattering, beautiful colour. Next, I'm going to take my powder and sculpt brush and dipping it into the highlight shade. I'm going to use this on top of the C section, on top of the cheekbones, and it really gives you this kind of beautifully sort of satin polished, dripping candlelight skin. And now as a final touch, I'm going to take my smudger brush and dipping it into the highlight shade. This is a great little trick. I'm going to pop that in the corner of the eyes, and it's so beautiful. It just creates this beautiful kind of wonderful illuminated shade that just makes your eyes pop. I'm now going to use my Lip Cheap lip liner to resize and reshape the lips. It's a fabulous colour. It's called Berry Naughty, especially when doing a dark lip. It gives you really precise, beautiful, perfected lips. I'm now going to use my KISSING lipstick in Night Crimson. I'm now going to take my squared off lip brush because the squared off tip gives you great precision when applying lipstick. Finally, I'm going to use my Cheek to Cheek blusher. I always like to put blusher on last, as you can see the final pop of colour once you've got your eye makeup and your lipstick on. And a great tip is look in the mirror, smile, and you'll have these two apples that immediately appear on your cheekbones, and then brush that in circular motions on the top of your apple. Swish, and then pop. So there you have it, a really beautiful dialed down vintage rose look. Now I'm going to show you how to dial it up. I'm going to take my eye blender brush and dipping it into the smoke shade, and then just backwards and forwards all over the lid. I'm now going to take my eye smudger brush and dipping it into the smoke shade, go underneath the eyes backwards and forwards just to make it a little bit lower and more smoky. And apply a little bit more of my Rock and Coal eyeliner. So I'm going to trace over the original line I did, nestling it right in next to the lashes, making the line a little bit thicker. And as you get to 3/4 of the way along, I'm going to exaggerate it even more by lifting it upwards and outwards and making it even thicker. So I'm going to apply lashings of my Full Fat Lashes Mascara. Really give you that Hollywood flutter. Next, as a final touch, I'm going to take my pop shade, pop a little bit of this in the centre of the eye. You can either put it on as a little wash or you can build it up for more drama. Dipping my smudger brush into the Film Style Bronze and Glow highlighter, I'm just going to highlight the bow of the lip. I'm going to pop on a little bit more Night Crimson lipstick. And finally, I'm going to put on a little bit of my Lip Luster Lip Lacquer lip gloss in Unleash Me, which is a really gorgeous lacquered Night Crimson lip. For a lovely matte alternative with this Vintage Vamp look, you can also use Walk of Shame Matte Revolution lipstick. So I'm going to start off by lining the lips with Hollywood Honey lip liner and take it from the inner corner all the way up around the Cupid's bow and down, and then along the bottom of the mouth, and to stencil the shape of the lips. The bullet of this Matte Revolution lipstick has been specially designed so that you can literally put it on its own. And when applying lipstick, it's quite good to smile, because that way you get taut lips and you can just see exactly where you need to put the product. So there you have it, the Vintage Vamp, an intoxicating vintage glamour look.